Morning to all. I am M.Muthuselvi, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce with Computer Application. Now I am going to discuss about the subject of business organization. First, we are going to discuss about the introduction part of business organization. Business organization is a structured entry formed for the purpose of carrying and commercial, industrial, professional activities. The choice of business organization impacts various aspects, including liability, taxation, and decision making and continuity. Common commerce form of business common form of business organization include sole proprietorship, partnership, cooperative societies, and joint stock companies. Cooperative societies uh, Cooperative societies is the cooperative societies are formed by a group of persons with the common goals. The joint stock companies are legal entities with the shareholders and the board of directors. Sole proprietors are owned and uh, operated by a single individuals, while partnership involves two or more individuals. Next topic is purpose of business organization. The primary purpose of business organization is to satisfy customer needs and wants by providing goods or services in exchange for value. Typically in the form of money, business exists to create value for their shareholders, including customers, employees, shareholders, and the communities. Profit generation Profit generation is often a central objectives, but a business in other goals such as social responsibilities, innovatives, and long-term sustainabilities. The purpose of business organization is ownership and legal structure, value creation, um, next to risk and uncertainty, then ethics and social responsibility, globalization and technology. Next one is division of business. Good morning to all. I am M.Muthuselvi, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Computer Application. Now I am going to discuss about the topic of types of trade. Trade, a fundamental component of business, takes various forms such as serving specific purpose in the exchange of goods and services. Two primary types of trade are internal trade and external trade. First one, internal trade. Internal trade, also known as domestic or home trade, involves the buying and selling of goods and services within the border of a single country. Next one, internal trade is further classified into wholesale trade and retail trade. Wholesale trade involves the purchase of goods in the large quantities from the manufacturers and their resale to the retailers. Retail sales involve selling goods directly to the final consumers. Its characteristics and as, aspects of internal trade. Internal trade includes scope, infrastructure, market structure, and economic development. And economic development First one economic scope. The internal scope involves all the economic activities involving the exchange of goods and services within a country, including retail and wholesale transactions, distribution and supply chain activities. Infrastructure. Efficiency and effectiveness of internal trade depends on the quality of infrastructure within the country, including transportation network, communication network, and market facilities. Market structure. Internal trade can involve various market structures, including competitive markets, the monopolistic competitions, oligopoly, and monopoly, depending upon the nature of goods and services traded and the number of market participants. Next one, economic development. Internal trade plays a crucial role in promoting economic development and the facilities to the movement of goods and services. Forecasting specialization for division of labor and the employment opportunities. Thank you. Next topic is types of internal trade, wholesale trade. The wholesale trade involves the bulk purchase and resale of goods to retailers, other wholesalers, or institutional buyers such as business and government agencies. Retail trade. Retail trade retail trade involves the sale of goods directly to consumers for personal or household consumption. It emphasizes various types of retail outlets, including uh, break and including the e-commerce platforms, supermarkets, departments, stores, and specialty shops. E-commerce. With the rise of digital technologies, e-commerce has become an increasingly pro- prominent form of internal trade, enabling business and consumers to enhance in buying and selling of goods and services online. Next, distribution channel. Internal trade relies on distribution channels to deliver goods and services from producer to consumer. These channels may include wholesalers, producers, agents, retailers, and logistic providers who facilitate the movement and sale of products within the domestic market. Next, regulatory environment. Internal trade is subject to regulations and policies imposed by the government. All the nations and regions, local levels, these religions may include licensing requirements, taxation policies, consumer protection laws, and trade practices, regulations designed to ensure fair competitions and consumer welfare. Economic impacts. International trade, internal trade contributes to economic development by creating employment opportunities, stimulating demand for goods and services, and supporting the growth of domestic industries for business. It promotes specialization and um, specialization and efficiency by allocating regions or cities to focus on producing goods and services in which they have a comparative advantages, which 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 trade to access products produced elsewhere. Next, market dynamics. Internal trade is influenced by factors such as consumer preference, income levels, demographic trends, marketing strategies, and competitive dynamics within the domestic market. Business engaged in internal trade must adapt to changing market conditions, consumer demand, and technological advancement to remain mm, competitive and sustain growth. Next, external trade. The definition of external trade. External trade or international trade extend beyond the national boundaries and involves the exchange of goods and services between the countries. So, forms international trade emphasizes various forms including exports, selling goods to other countries, imports, buying goods from other countries, and balance of trade, the difference between a country exports and imports. Benefits of the international trade. International trade facilitates the global investments of goods, promotes economic interdependence, and allow countries to specialize in the production of the goods and services in the which they have a comparative advantages. Next one is export and import. Export goods, export goods, service or capital sold by one country to another. Exporting allows countries to generate revenue, access new markets, and leverages their comparative advantages. Imports, goods, services, or capital purchased by one country from another. Importing enables countries to obtain goods and services that may not be available domestically or may be chapter to appear from foreign markets. Next, trade balances. The differences between a country and imports is known as its trade balances. Trade surplus occurs when a country exports more than its imports, resulting in a positive balances. A trade reflex occurs when a country imports more than its exports, leading to a negative balances. Thank you. Good morning to all. Now I am going to discuss about the topic of trade agreement. Trade agreements uh, are the negotiable between the countries to facilitate and regulate trade relations. They can include provisions relating to tariff, quotas, customs, procedures, intellectual property rights, investment rules, and disputes regulations mechanisms. For example of trade agreement include bilateral agreement between two countries, regional arguments like European Union and the multilateral agreements under organizations such as the World Trade Organization, that is WTO. Then traffics and trade barriers. Traffics are taxes imposed on input imported goods which increase their prices and can protect domestic industries from foreign competitions. Next topic is objectives of business. The objectives of business in The objectives of business includes the fundamental goals and the purposes that drive commercial activities. These objectives provide a roadmap for the organizations, guiding their actions and strategies. Several key objectives characterize the multi-phased nature of business goals. First one is profit maximization. Second one is wealth creation. First, profit maximization. First we discuss about the definition of profit maximization. Earning a profit is a primary objective of business. Profit saves as a financial reward for the risk and effort invested in business operations. Second one is wealth creation. Wealth creation means business aims to accumulate wealth through the generation of assets, increased market values, and overall financial success. Next topic is customer satisfaction. Next objective is customer satisfaction. Satisfying the customer needs and preference is a crucial objective as it enables a loyal customer base and foster brand loyalty. Innovation. Innovation is the business trend to introduce new products, services, or processes, fostering innovation to stay competitive and meet evolving market demands. Next objective is market leadership. Achieving a dominant position in the market is a strategic objective often pursued through effective marketing, branding, and product div- differentiation. Next one is corporate social responsibility. Business increasingly recognize the importance of distributing social well-being through ethical and responsible. Next topic is market understanding. A deep understanding of the market, customer preference, and industry trends is vital. Successful business continuously analyze market dynamics, conduct market research, and adjust strategy to align with customer demand. Market understanding. Next, ownership and size of the business. The ownership and size of the business will vary widely based on factors such as industry, geographic location, legal structure, and strategic objectives. Here is a breakdown of ownership types and the influence of size of the business firms. Ownership structure can be divided into the following categories. So, proprietorship, partnership, cooperation, uh, corporation, limited liability company, and co-operative. These are the structure of ownership. Next topic is size of the business firm. Micro enterprises typically defined as having the fewer than 10 employees than uh, often including sole proprietorship and very small business. Micro enterprises refers to a small scale business venture typically operated by an individual or a small group of entrepreneurs that requires minimal capital investment and has a relatively low barriers to entry. Small business. Small businesses are enterprises characterized by their relatively small size in terms of revenue, assets, workforce, and market shares. Then medium-sized enterprises, generally defined as having between 50 to 250 employees, they have more complex operations and serve large markets. A medium-sized enterprises typically refers to a company that falls between the small business and large co- corporations in terms of this size, revenue, and the number of employees. Then large corporations typically characterized by having hundreds and thousands of employees, significant revenue, and operations across regions or globally. Examples include multinational corporations like Google, Apple, etc. These are the large corporations business. These are the size of business firms. Next one, factors influencing size and ownership.
Certain industries may naturally lend themselves to larger and smaller business size. For example, manufacturing companies often require more expensive infrastructure and resources, leading to larger firms. Second one, market demand. The size of the market and demand for a product or services can influence the size of the firms. High demand industries may see rapid growth and large companies. Next, capital requirement. Some industries require significant initial investment in infrastructure technology or research and development, which may favor larger firms and corporations. Then regulatory environment. Regulations related to ownership, taxation, and compliance can influence the structure and the size of the business. So, some regulations may uh, incentives or hinder the growth of certain types of firms. Next one is sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship is a type of business structure where a single individual owner and operations the business. It is the simplest form of business organization and is quite common, especially among small business and freelancers. Then second one, easy formation. Setting up a sole proprietorship is relatively easy and inexpensive compared to other business structure. In many jurisdictions, there are minimal legal formalities required to establish a sole proprietorship. Third one, direct control. The owner has full control over all aspects of the business, including decision-making, management, and operations. Fourth one is taxation. Profits and loss from the business are reported on the owner's personal income tax return. The business itself is not taxed separately. And with some unlimited liabilities, the owner is personally liable for all the risks and obligations of the business. This means that personal assets can be used to satisfy business debts and liabilities. Unlimited liability is a legal concept that allows business of owners to personally responsible for all the risks, liabilities, and obligations incurred by their business. Next topic is partnership. A partnership is a type of business structure where two or more individuals or entities collaborate to run a business together and share its profits and losses. Partnerships are formed based on a legal agreement, typically known as a partnership agreement, which outlines the terms and conditions of the partnership, including the rights and responsibilities of each partner. Next, types of partnership. First one is the partnership can be divided into two categories. One is GP and LP. GP is general partnership. The other one is limited partnership. First one, general partnership. It is a general partnership. All partners shall equally in the management and liabilities of the business. Each partner is personally liable for the debts and obligations of the partnership. Second one, limited partnership (LP). A limited partnership consists of both general partners and limited partners. General partners have management authorities and unlimited liability, while limited partners have limited liability and typically do not participate in the management of the business. Jointstock company. The jointstock company is a type of business entity in which ownership is divided into the share represents ownership interests in the company. These shares can be bought, sold, and transferred freely, and certain regulations and restrictions imposed by the company's law and relevant laws. These are the points relating to the structure of a business.